Da, 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 roller coaster. That's gonna be stuck in my head. I already freaking know it. Just a lovely thing. And during this as well, we also have a cat trying to get up onto something. That's what I thought, little one. Going faster than a roller coaster. This is now stuck in my head. Okay, it is currently loaded in. Time for me to actually do the story quest for Fontaine. Would help if I went to the correct spot. I hope I'm being heard alright. Is my microphone being picked up at all? Is my microphone being picked up at all? Okay, it is. Stream's just ever so slightly delayed. We gotta send it to the gay penguin, because they have to be here with us to be a mod. As soon as I see something, they open my message.
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Hello, Gabe. Very happy to have you here with me, playing the new story quest. Don't know where I'm actually supposed to go. I love that for you. I literally went to go message you because I was like, oh, if anyone needs to be here, it needs to be this one. So then I can instantly know if something bad happens. Oh, would you not want to be here for spoilers? Alright, the elevator's not working anyway, so I'm just gonna jump down. Whee!
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow!
Alright, works out, I guess.
Advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines!
So I've heard. That's about what I imagined.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do!
That could
What
be
do you
fun.
think?
Let's start with meeting the Hydra Archon.
Good idea! Nahida
I know
gave us
nothing
lots
about
of useful
her.
information.
Just that she's tiny. Or that she looked tiny from
Thinking
the
of the
pictures I've
Seven
seen.
is probably still our best source for information at this point.
It's also to find the truth.
Yeah! The more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality. Whatever that means.
Going off of funny, Nahida says unique can
To
be a
learn about a
variety of
nation's gods,
things.
start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Yep. Oh yeah, Gabe. I've explored mostly all of
it's a
Fontaine
tragedy how things
while
ended for
avoiding
him.
the story quest
Clearly, he was a pretty
and only
decent
doing
person.
one world commission.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you two?
Hi.
I'm mainly
We're
having
travelers
this live
new to
stream so I can
Fontaine,
record all my
and we had
reactions to
something
everything.
We wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about
That's
something
someone trying
that
to start
really
a party
happened.
with me.
In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
So, the trials of sort of opera.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries.
Yeah, crap.
Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
A judgment device created by the Archon.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Maybe the Archon.
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I
good to
think
know.
what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally.
Yeah.
In
that's
that
exactly
case,
it.
I am afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Damn. Time slots.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
I guess you could say that.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
That's an interesting
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Seems the people of Fontaine really like the icon.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long it'll take. Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
There's a girl over there.
Huh. Maybe something's the
Lynette.
matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Why
Maybe we better go
no.
check on her.
I'm sure she's fine. Lynette. How are you, little one? Dot, dot,
Hello
dot.
there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? Ah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I
What
was
you
just
gotta do, honey?
reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids.
No,
It was just atop that hill over there. See?
I do see.
Uh,
Is that
You're
another part of
pointing at the
Fontaine or
sea.
Sumera?
wait. Are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water.
Oh,
And though I
interesting.
can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged.
Oh,
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
so
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Lynn, your voice is a lot
and
deeper than I thought it was gonna be.
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Oh, what gave it
Nice to meet
away?
you. Paimon
Like
is
they're dressed
Paimon,
all
and
in
this
white.
is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
That is true.
We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
Is there anything left for me to say with you
So
talking?
that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now.
Okay.
Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Well, what is
Where
that's
to
happening?
begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
Hello, Lynette. Why are you so
And
silent?
hello, Paimon.
Why do I feel like you're robbing me?
Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
I don't know. I feel like you're trying to rob me.
Alright then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
Really, they're gonna be
So
confused.
you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself.
Oh,
I'll
are you
gladly
now?
take you once I finish things
It's
here.
such a coincidence.
Please, follow me.
Alrighty. Hello, Magic Boy and Cat Girl. Oh, lucky, lucky, lucky. Oh. Yeah.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina?
The only big thing I
Well, it
know
seems
about
Lady
Fontaine
Farina
is that
has
Child's
come to
here
see
with us
you.
again somehow. Oh, the Hydro Archon's coming to meet us? Alright. Interesting. That's not her. She looks cool though. There's the Hydro Archon. Her little 4-foot looking self. Yeah, honestly, what crimes
So,
looking at?
She's
That's a
the
good
Hydro
thing.
Archon? But how did you know we were looking for her?
Paimon, she's a
My
god.
dear
What the fuck
people,
do you think?
Rich and poor, those with cup in hand, and those with nothing at all.
Oh, she's giving me
Raise your
official vibes
glasses
just
in
from this speech.
celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have
Oh,
arrived
what the
in
fuck's
our
up with your
nation.
eye? What are your
Come,
eyes? It's
Let
like a
us
water
make a
drop.
toast in honor of this traveler and her companion, who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Alright. This shall definitely be
She's
interesting.
talking about us?
We're gonna be dead within 5 minutes of being here. Nobody here seems to be holding a glass.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
That can't be a good thing. If we are quite literally known for being chaos incarnate and being like a war criminal from each state, from each fucking region of Tibet, I refuse to believe she has good intentions for us.
Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity.
Who's her voice, by the way? That sounds so familiar.
Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Finding the Archon felt a little too easy.
Yeah. Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes.
I've technically been here for a lot longer than a few minutes, considering I have, like, max exploration on one of the islands.
But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
She's British French, what did you expect?
Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
Exactly.
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
She's a fucking Hive there, right? With this goddamn personality. She's reminded me too much of fucking Skara whenever he first, like, was trying to get god status. I shall look down upon you because I'm so much better.
You had best stop and consider.
I do like her
you
jellyfish
really
hair.
have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god?
Oh, girl, we playing
All it
fighting words
takes
now.
is a flick
Alright.
of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Girl, I am friends with the 11th Harbinger. Or I will throw down and fight you, girlfriend.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Yeah, she can't get over herself.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
It's less the welcome ceremony, more of you remind me. The VA's Amberley Connors. Okay, that name sounds familiar. It's less of the grand opening that's all that great. It's more the fact that you're quite literally degenerating me, which makes sense now, realizing why one of my friends wants to pull for you.
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course.
Yeah,
That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Okay. This is gonna turn out lovely for us all.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
She is full of herself for an Archon.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Daily Row, I know her as this Miss Joke in My Hero. Fighting gods? I've got a resume. Bring it on, bitch! I will fucking be down. Hit me with your best shot. Da 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 da. Why don't you hit me with your best shot?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
And I have fought literal
trying to do, traveler?
demigods,
Provoking a
Fatui,
god in front of her people?
and everything else.
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery.
I'm calling
Few
bullshit. I'm
have
feeling
the
like she doesn't have any
courage to draw
powers.
their
Or that her powers
sword
aren't that
against
good.
a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
It's all dramatics.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. They're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler
God,
in
we're gonna be playing
another
fucking Ace
kind
Attorney.
of duel. A duel in court!
Objection.
All right.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. With such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
What do
We
you care
really
so much
are
about
going
the
to be
crowd's
playing Ace
reactions?
Attorney.
Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
I thought all the memes on TikTok were a
Besides,
joke. Are we
first I
actually
think
going
you
to be
planned out a
doing
duel
Ace
in
Attorney?
court. You mean you're going to put us on trial?
We literally just arrived here. We haven't committed any crimes. We literally just arrived here. We have committed crimes in the past.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during
Are
the
you gonna
first
attach
3
Paimon to me?
days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
She's not an object.
So that's what they've done wrong.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Paimon's kind of her own thing. Paimon's their own thing. Paimon isn't an object.
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objection.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject,
Lene.
I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You know, considering they're
Tell her,
sentient.
Winnie. Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
The fact that Paimon is sentient should be enough to prove that Paimon is not an object.
As a magician who just
These
rained on
objects
your
are not
parade,
sentient.
I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show.
I just realized the pun he said.
So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
He's gonna be someone who's as jokative as I know. I feel it. Snap. Your vision. And we have a toddler leash.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Quietest step.
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Oh, Lene patted her on the back. Because he took my hand and patted her on the back. I want some emergency food.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was
You
just
just
that no
called
one could see it
Paimon
before.
a freaking object.
You call that magic? You've got to.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Thank you, dude in the back.
I'm not sure what to think.
She thinks it's funny.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of
The
your
sparkles
trial
coming off of the
resolved.
robe are really
The
distracting
god
me
of
from
justice
looking at
will
anything
not bring
else.
charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
You must not be talking shit about all my favorites.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now.
What about the triplets?
Toodaloo.
Where are they? And everyone scatters like rats.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. We never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Did y'all have any idea what the fuck was going on?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
Annoying.
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Yeah, confusing's a good way to put it.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant.
And your sister.
It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine,
Oh,
the Opera House.
congratulations. So proud.
Isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
That's where everything is held in Fontaine, apparently.
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred.
Just like a
And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
I would love it as long as it doesn't end
My
up with
brother's
me being
always
in trouble with
excited
the
to
law.
make new friends.
Aw,
Oh,
that's cute.
sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
I would be delighted.
Splendid.
Oh, he
In
looks so
that case,
happy.
why don't we
Looks
go
so
together?
cute. His
I'll
little
show you the way. I
catty
just
trip.
have something to take care of first.
Is there any way I can help?
Oh, you really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Alright.
Huh?
Distributing magic
What are they
packs?
going to use it for?
Wait, is this the little thing in your little animation where a cat pops out?
About that. You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine.
Interesting.
It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice
I'm
holds trial
sorry,
after
are we now
trial,
talking
this
about
sin
fucking
cannot be
religion?
absolved. Until one day,
Where the
the
hell
water
did the
levels in
sin stuff
Fontaine
just
will
come from?
rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Are we not just
That
talking about
sounds
Jesus?
pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine
Oh
born
no,
with
that's not
sin?
good, Gabe.
What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia.
Wait, first Hydro
But here
icon.
in Fontaine, evidence
someone
is
before
what
this one.
matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely?
And it is.
Why bother feeling
storming.
guilty all the time?
That was loud.
That's
I
exactly
heard
what the
that through my
people did at
headphones.
first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started
Oh, we're
rising.
actually under a special weather statement. Lovely. And now the water's engulfing the memories. It won't be long before it engulfs us.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Hyman gets it! It's like preparing for a
Okay,
rainy
this one will
day!
be over.
But-
Like
This is more than a bit of
an
rain.
hour. 2 hours, actually. If prophecy is true, then there's no way to prevent the disaster.
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Alright. You gotta convince them to keep it. No matter what they say. Hello, motherfucker. You're gonna take those back whether you like it or not.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But
definitely haven't.
People can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
That's not what they're talking
All
about.
right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
The fuck do you think it means then? How could it mean anything other than that? You a good side.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier. Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
Well, looks like I have to do less work than I thought I was gonna have to. I'm sitting over here being like, okay, I gotta convince these people. It's gonna give me a, like, you gotta try this and this. You gotta get at least 2 people to agree. But nope. They agreeing on their own 2 measures.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
I am scared to be recorded down this stuff because it sounds bad.
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
Stubborn
Yes,
motherfuckers.
but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
On the east side of the harbor.
What's the hurry?
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect Romaritime flowers.
That was a big freaking flash of light.
No time to lose. Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, stream might be ending Sean.
No time to lose.
Based off of that. I'm gonna try to at least get an hour of gameplay.
He made
in.
quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
I just ignored her.
Wait, shh.
Oh, I know they heard
Have you
something.
noticed that person over there? The young girl.
What about her?
Huh?
Pickpocketing?
What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief.
I was right.
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Okay. She's pickpocketing.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Understood.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Go to the top of the lift to cut off. Gonna ride up the elevator. It is coming to the current floor. I have a feeling it would have been much faster to just fucking climb up the building. This is where my patience runs thin. As soon as I said my patience runs thin, it loads. It's a loading, slowly loading. So, how are you today? Enjoying our stay here. Our fucking pale ass Tartaglia. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, he landed. Finally, hold on. I just remembered I had a book I was missing right there. Okay, so here's where we need to stand.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Might be. It is her.
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her?
Her job is to block this path.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
You wait, but there's no signs.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
Let's figure this out. I really thought that said his name was Zebra for a second. Lenny. You do have the girl, maybe.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh,
Twisted
did
his
you get
ankle.
hurt, Lenny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at
Really
being a
believe it.
hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
11 to 11.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
Gonna be by the time I reach an hour in. I'm saving for a child. Yeah, that's fair. The only thing I've achieved recently with character-wise is getting our boy a sassy man. To which this motherfucker talks more than Kaya does. Like, I may be a Kaya main, I know how often Kaya talks. This motherfucker talks more than he does. I have never met a character who talks like just as much as Kaya does. And then obviously you get her for free upon getting the game, or getting into Fontaine. Do you also have him? Is that why you know that he's talkative?
How long will it take if I...
Well, the biggest of yawns from Julian next to me. I'm gonna have to rewrite this whole boat ride, aren't I?
So, rewrite this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around! People in Fontaine really know how to use water!
That's right, I forgot about that.
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine.
Oh, by the way, speaking of him, you wanna know something hilariously fun about my freaking Skara? The fact that he is physically stronger than my Kazuha, who is level 80, and this motherfucker's only level 40 right now.
It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same.
The only difference
That's
is
why
they're
it's better
elemental
to travel with
masteries.
friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that,
was
well,
another language
you don't really
strike
talk
nearby.
that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Oh, you made just a man.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Please tell me we don't actually have to ride the whole boat ride there. It's so long. The boat ride is so long. Charlotte. Oh, thank God. Thank our gods. There's Charlotte.
Huh?
That lightning was very close.
Traveler! Paimon!
Girl, I know you saw me. That's why you fucking ran. Hey,
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aquabus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming.
That
Though
lightning
we
strike
still
was
have no
less
idea
than a
how
mile
the
away
Hydro
from me.
Archon knew about us.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Lenny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
We know. We've been known.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
That's fun. Y'all know
It's
each
an
other
honor to meet you.
vicariously.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
That definitely do something to get my attention. That's really the kind of news you're after.
You're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually. You mean the serial disappearances of young women case? That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago. And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
There must be more than one criminal at work.
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Continue talking about the aquabus. Before you know it, you're arriving at your destination.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Oh my god, 10,000 years later.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
Ah, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Hyman hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
We've made it to Fontaine. I do enjoy the music of Fontaine. It's so nice and pretty. And yeah, we're going to be calling it a stream. You gotta walk home, so you'll be back later. Don't worry. We're ending the stream right now because, scared for my power. Have fun. Hope you guys all have a great day or a great night.